So the first thing that helped me grow in IT is when I realized that I didn't have to know all the answers. So this is something that held me back for the longest. So I remember being on third shift in operations and having to call the network team in the middle of the night, or having to call the server team in the middle of the night, or having to call anyone on call in the middle of the night. So just trust me, that's not a good feeling when it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you're calling and you knowing you're waking someone up. Now, it's all a part of the job, but still, it's not a good feeling. So I remember calling these folks, and I used to always think to myself that, dang, what if it was me being called? How would I fix that issue? What would happen if I didn't know how to fix the issue? How would I go about it? Would I get in trouble for not knowing the answer time someone called me? Or will I have time to try to resolve the issue later on? I just didn't know. So a lot of times that would hold me back because it kept me from trying to apply the different roles to move up for a long time. Because in my mind, I'm thinking that, oh, they know everything. They know all the answers. They already know the fix before the issue happens. So then we fast forward to years later when I was that person that was being called in the middle of the night. I realized that it wasn't about knowing all the answers, but it was more about knowing how to figure out the answer or knowing how to fix an issue. This could be anything from troubleshooting. At some point in time, I used to have to reach out to my teammates to get help in the middle of the night, or it could have been just doing research, or sometimes, believe it or not, Google is your best friend. It could have been me Googling an issue and seeing something online from one of the online communities. A lot of times Cisco community was a big one, but I could see what someone else had that issue and it would show me the fix for it. So I realized that, dang, I wasted a lot of years because, like I said, it took me roughly about 7 to 8 years of my career before I actually moved up to a role such as like a networking role. So because a lot of things held me back, I didn't know. I thought that I needed to know everything. I thought that, all hell would break loose if someone called me and I didn't know the answer. But then once I got in that position, I realized, it was more about being a team. Like you often hear me say, a lot of times your team will become your second family, where you all may reach out to each other any time of the night. If I know about an issue and somebody else is on call, I would tell them, hey, if something happens, you need to hit me up, feel free to hit me up. And it was vice versa. So that's something that eased my mind once I got there and I realized that, dang, I could have been tried to move up to this position, and then ain't no telling where I would be now. So like I said, that's one thing I realized that held me back. And it was all just a mindset thing of thinking that you had to know all the answers.